Good afternoon, I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Friday, the 3rd of November. The Prime Minister-elect still not putting a time frame on forming a government as the final election result is revealed. Nationals down to 48 seats after special votes were counted, meaning with Acts 11, it will need the support of New Zealand First to form a majority. Larkson says this was the most expected outcome and changes nothing. So far, he's been speaking with both parties separately, but says ultimately they'll all be in a room together and admits there could be tension.
Look, there's going to be tension between lots of parties in this place. We all have slightly different takes and slightly different views and policies on a range of different issues. But we are working through these issues very constructively, and there is goodwill and good faith on all sides.
Winston Peters has told the platform he's expecting the formation of the government to happen swiftly.
We have to treat it with urgency and deal with the negotiations as fast as we possibly can, whilst not being foolish about it.
And David Seymour also says he wants a quick resolution to coalition talks. The ACT Party leader says he's reached out to Winston Peters but is yet to hear back. He's anticipating a three-way sit-down next week.
We'll continue to do that as well because ultimately the voters have asked three parties to work together and the voter in an election is king.
In summary, the final election count has seen National lose 2 seats, dropping to 48. ACT has 11. Te Pāti Māori now holds 6 of the 7 Māori seats after claiming Tamaki Makaurau and Titai Tokerau from Labour. The Greens also picked up a seat, giving them 15 MPs. Labour's Phil Twyford overturned an election night deficit to hold on to his Te Atatu seat by 131 votes. Labour's Rachel Boyack also clawed back Nelson by 29. Labour's Helen White managed to hold on to Mount Albert by just 20 votes. Parliament will have 122 MPs and will add another after the Port Waikato by-election. Labour leader Chris Hipkins says there are a number of seats where the margin is very close and it's likely we'll see some recounts. The final vote has Pene Henare losing Tamaki Makaurau by 4 votes. Hipkins says he's had a brief conversation with Henare.
I indicated to him if he wants to call for a recount, he'll have my full support to do that.
In other news, a survivor of the March 15 terror attacks has told a coroner he broke his ribs while trying to flee Al Noor Mosque through an emergency door as bullets were being fired. Ahmed Alaidi is one of 40 people injured in the attack, which claimed 51 lives. He's the first survivor to take the stand. Alaidi has told the court the door was locked and wouldn't open.
I tried to open the door, but many people come behind me, so they start pushing me to the door. That's why I break my ribs.
Coroner Bridget Windley has heard the emergency door was often locked during prayer time. To sport, and Adam Whenua-Blake will not be lost to the Warriors next year after all. The Dalian Prop of the Year wants to return to Sydney, but the club and Whenua-Blake have agreed he'll stay on for one more NRL season. All Blacks captain Sam Cane will be missing from the Chiefs' ranks next Super Rugby Pacific season as he takes a sabbatical to play in Japan. He'll be back for next year's international fixtures. Australian cyclist Kane Richards has won stage 6 of the Tour of Southland from Invercargill to Gore. I'm Raylene Ramsey. That is your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.